brothers and sisters, soon-to-be gazillionistas. This is episode 20. I can't believe I cooked 20 of them already. The subscription has increased from 6 to 7 subscribers. That's an increase by mighty 14.4%. Now, how about that? Not too shabby. And as I said many times before, and will say it one more time right now, if you don't congratulate yourself, then who will? Now, I have touched on a few important subjects of the hand-to-mouth trading approach, such as trading pullbacks on a 4-hour time frame chart and how to do it. I talked about 4 levels of risk and why Top Step and Take Profit Trader rule and the rest suck. That's all good. However, it occurred to me the other day that there is one essential thing that is missing in all of this. And what is that topic, you may wonder? Well, what do you think? It is boredom. Oh yes, boredom. Boredom is a very dangerous thing in day trading. But you may wonder whether I get bored at work, at my daytime work, that is. You may wonder how entertaining coal shoveling is. You bet it is boring big time. Yeah. However, there is a key difference. If I'm bored at work, I'm still getting paid. As a matter of fact, my pay rate at my day job doesn't change whether I'm bored or entertained. It is still the same. But when you are bored while you're day trading, you will start losing money. If you are staring at the charts for a long time, you will start placing trades that you have no business placing, and consequently, you will start losing money. Maybe it's just me, but I suspect that it's human nature in general. As I mentioned previously, what makes trading so difficult is not the strategy. There are many, many ways to trade, and they all have their pros and cons, and there isn't one that is bulletproof. It's all probabilistic. All trading strategies are only probabilistic. And that's what makes it so difficult, psychologically. If you sit for a long time staring at the screen, you'll feel that you need to do something, otherwise you're wasting time, sitting around doing nothing. That's how your brain and everybody else's brain is wired. And that's the danger. That's why I don't do this. I don't sit around staring at the screen. What I do is that over the weekend, and quickly at the end of every trading day, I go over the economic calendar. That's step 1. Step 2 is I go over my charts for the 30 instruments that I trade, and I set up alerts for all potential trades. And unless I get notified that any of these alerts are triggered, I don't even turn on the computer. I should add a quick footnote here that this is for the time being only. That's because I got a free month of premium TradingView subscription with 400 alerts. When that ends, I believe on May 9th, I will revert back to using a free version of TradingView. I will have to check periodically, because with a free version, I will only have 5 alerts. But the principle is the same. I don't trade unless the levels I marked are triggered. So, I spent little time in front of screen. My recommendation for you is that if you're anything like me, if you have a gambling personality, and as I mentioned, it's my belief that we all do to some degree, then limit to the absolute minimum the time you spend in front of the charts. It may sound a bit paradoxical, but from my personal experience, you'll actually make more money by spending less time in front of the charts. Now, before I'm going to turn to my much-anticipated, eagerly expected weekly analysis, I'd like to share something with you. This is my 2-week competition. This is 1 week later. I started with $10,000, and now I am at $16,800 and change. That's 68% growth just after 1 week. That would be fantastic if this were my prop firm account, my personal account. 68% increase after just 1 week of trading. It's almost unbelievable coming from futures trading experience. However, it's not great at all for a competition. Just to give you an idea how people trade while they are competing, so the The current leader made a whopping 7,600% profit. That is pretty incredible. And yours truly, okay, my place in the competition is 383. Everything is relative. You trade competition very, very differently from the way you trade your personal account or you prop firm account. You take a lot more risk, and that's the only way you can make a headway with those competitions. But let's take a look at the financial juice and see what next week has in store for us. Well, on Monday at 10 a.m. red news in Eurozone, so I will be watching Euro Stocks Index and all Euro currency pairs for potential moves. Tuesday at 3:15 a.m. French PMI, I will be watching France 40 Index. At 3:30 a.m. red news in Germany, so it's time to watch DAX Index then. At 4 a.m. red news in Eurozone. Okay, I'll be watching Euro Stocks Index and Euro currency pairs. At 4:30 a.m. red news in the UK. Okay, I'll be watching UK 100 Index and all pound pairs. At 9:45 a.m. and 10 a.m. red news in the US. When there is red news in the US, I anticipate significant moves in Nasdaq, S&P 500, Dow Jones and Russell. I also anticipate large moves on all US dollar currency pairs, major currency pairs. Then in the evening for me, New York time, 9:30 p.m. red news in Australia, so I'll be watching the Aussie 200 Index and all Aussie dollar pairs. This is an exceptionally busy Tuesday, I'll tell you that much. On Wednesday at 4 a.m, we have red news in Germany. Time to watch DAX Index. At 8:30 a.m, red news in Canada and the US. So I'll be watching all Canadian dollar pairs and all US indexes and US dollar pairs. At 10:30 a.m. crude oil inventories, I do have a couple of oil-based instruments and those might move around that time. At 1:30 p.m. there is red news in China. I personally won't be able to trade around that time, but if you can, it's possible that Hong Kong 50 Index will be moving, and if you, unlike me, have some sort of instruments with China exposure, then those might be moving too. And that leads us into Thursday, April 25th, red news in the US at 8:30 a.m, time to watch all US major indexes and all major pairs. At 7:30 p.m, and then again at 11 p.m. and 11:30 p.m, there is red news from Japan. I'll be watching Nikkei and all yen-based currency pairs. And on Friday, April 26, there is red news in the US at 8:30 a.m, and then again at 10 a.m. All right, that is all as far as the economic calendar goes. Brothers and sisters, soon-to-be gazillionistas, keep up good trading, watch your risk first and foremost, find a way to fight boredom while trading, and don't fall prey to unscrupulous prop firms. That's my piece of wisdom for you for this upcoming week. So long.